So hello and welcome everyone to the Comic Multiverse Commentary Edition. It's been too long, hasn't it, Matt?
It has been. This is the first show we've done in a long time that's just been audio. It's kind of relaxing to not have to, worry about what I look like.
Yeah, don't have to put on pants, don't have to, comb my hair. I'll tell you what I did today. I got up for breakfast, had a really nice, breakfast at a restaurant, then I went back to bed.
Ooh.
I know, right? Big ballin' ass Joel over here. Got that YouTube money so fresh, can have breakfast, then go to bed. And the movie we've chosen to do tonight, well, actually, Matt and I didn't choose it. The fans chose it. We took it to you on Twitter and social media and said, what movie do you want us to see do a commentary next? And pretty much overwhelmingly, everyone said do Spider-Man, Matt.
Yeah, and lots of people wanted it, and rightly so. It's a good movie.
It is a good movie. Great time for it, too, because we just saw that Miles Morales animated trailer that dropped this week.
Yeah, it's a perfect time for a Spider-Man commentary.
Perfect time for Spider-Man. Everyone's feeling it. So, as always, everyone, be sure to get out your DVD, get out your digital copy. Matt and I are watching the Blu-ray version right now, the runtime on which is 2 hours, 13 minutes, 28 seconds. We'll, be sure to count down so you can hit play with us, and we'll try and let you know when we're at any particular logo screen so you know what's going on. Sound good? Sound good.
Sounds good.
All right, so I'll count us down from 5, and then we can go. So get your movie out, everyone. I got my popcorn and my iced tea, and in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so the Sony logo is just coming up. Ding. It just did that sync, everyone? Ding. Oh, Sony. You have a long and twisted history with Spider-Man, don't you? What a web you weave.
One step forward, 66 back.
Yeah, 616 steps back.
Yeah, we'll do a Spider-Man movie with the MCU, but we'll also do Venom films and maybe Silver Sable movies and...
Don't forget the Morbius. What about the Morbius? Kids like the Morbius. So this is a really good idea that they had in Spider-Man Homecoming. I wish more Marvel movies would do this. Open with the villain and get their origin out of the way to start with.
Yeah, we got Michael Keaton, Batman here as Adrian Toomes, and a really good villain. I really liked him.
Definitely, I would say he's in the top 10 of MCU villains. I say he definitely gets there.
Yeah, definitely.
And he gets there by basically being a pretty reworked version of the Vulture of the comics, but not reworked that hard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's a little younger than the usual one.
Mm-hmm. Because it's like, you think about it, Vulture in the comics was always just complaining about, like, oh, someone stole my scientific research, someone stole my tech, like, I'm going to get revenge. Here they've just taken that to, someone's stolen my jobs, they took my germs. I need to get revenge.
Yeah, and the best thing as well, like, he doesn't start out as a villain of Spider-Man. He starts out kind of like a villain for the Avengers, a villain for Tony Stark, because he's the one who takes the job, but he's so down the ladder of what Avengers deal with that they don't give a fuck about him.
Perfectly mirrored in Spider-Man that they don't give a fuck about him either.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look, it's these guys who are supposed to get a show, but then didn't get a show.
Yeah. It's probably for the best. They probably saw how Powerless worked out, and we're like, yeah, no, thanks.
They're like, A, and B, our show is basically just like that. They had Ron Funches and still weren't funny. What on earth are we going to do? Also, too, to think that they could have a villain who, is this blue-collar guy who's like, I'm striking back against all those hoity-toity elites, and that they could have that in 2017 and not have it be eye-rolling.
Yeah, it's very, very reserved in what they did with him.
Yeah, they walked a hell of a line with him, and I think it's just helped out, too, a ton by the fact that Keaton is just really, really good in this.
Oh, yeah, and Marvel, Kevin Feige, all know what they're doing. They're not new to this.
He's so good they don't kill him off at the end, which means hopefully we'll see him again.
Yeah, I think we will.
that guy. You remember this guy, right? You may have seen him once or twice.
Yes, some people like him.
Mm-hmm. Great idea, too, to make everyone in Vulture's cleanup crew be either a reference to or have the same name as another Spider-Man villain.
Yeah, we've got two of the Shockers here. We got the Tinkerer.
Yep.
Anyone else on his team?
Later we'll see Prowler.
Yeah, Prowler. And Mac Gargan.
Yep. We see the Scorpion, too. Which, that's how you do it when you do a Spider-Man movie. You just, plant all those seeds and be like, look, they're all here.
Mm-hmm. And the good thing is, like, it could have suffered from that, there's too many villains in this one movie, but it doesn't, because, they're like the Spider-Man villains, they're not that big.
No, it's true. Man, right off the bat, too, Marvel movies have some of the best soundtracks. Here's some Can't You Hear Me Knockin' by the Rolling Stones.
So good.
I feel like I'm watching a Scorsese movie now. This is totally their Scorsese scene from Casino, right down with the counting money and everything.
Yeah, the money and the shipping the guns and whatnot.
Mm. Great design, too, for the Vulture suit. Like, it looks like a Vulture, but it also looks like something a dude would put together in his garage with an engineering degree.
Yeah, it looks like the Falcon's armor, except, like, more badass.
Mm-hmm. And even, too, where it's like, how do we justify the fur on the collar? Oh, it's an aviator jacket because he's flying through the air. Of course it's an aviator jacket.
Yeah, just a bomber jacket. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Like, it really comes together. Like, Vulture shouldn't look as cool as he does.
I know, right? When you look at him in, like, the comics, he's just like some old dude in, like, a leotard with, like, feathers.
Yep. I hope they keep that up with the other, spider villains when we see them, because they're all animal themed in one way or another.
Yeah, kinda.
Oh, we gotta talk about this. How amazing is this remixed theme of the original Spider-Man?
It's so good. It's one of those things where it's like they kind of do it for the nostalgia, but it works. It's not like eye rolling like when like Justice League did the Superman theme.
I was going to say, it's such a good idea Justice League ripped them off a couple years later. The only difference is, this is like the old cartoon theme, and we had never heard it blown up to an orchestral style like this.
Yeah. I like this opening. I like this opening with him filming on the camera. I think that's cool.
Again, hitting home, this is a young Spider-Man. He does things young people do.
Like annoy old people like Jon Favreau.
Yeah, exactly. Jon Favreau, I'm sure, says, you damn millennials, you're ruining the economy with your spider tracers.
Yeah, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me.
Yeah, no, literally none of these people would be here if it wasn't for Jon Favreau. Which is an excellent reason to have him as kind of a tag-along here, like Spider-Man is almost their victory lap for the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Disney to be like, haha, I bet you didn't think we'd make it over a decade in all these movies and get Spider-Man back, but we did. And if things keep going at the rate they are, they might get more back. The rumor is that Fox-Disney deal might happen on Wednesday. We're recording this on Sunday.
Yeah, it's so close.
Like, it seems very likely where they're like, no, they hired lawyers and bank people to handle it. They actually have people from the government looking in to make sure this doesn't break monopoly laws.
Yeah.
Love Spider-Man's proto suit, which gets some love here in the beginning and at the end, too, because it's a sleeveless hoodie like the Scarlet Spider.
Yeah, it's very, very Ben Reilly.
Mm-hmm. How great to do this, too, to be like, no, we need to, like, endear people to Peter Parker, but we also need to remind them, too, like, yeah, he was that guy in Civil War. What a smart way to do it, to show it from his perspective.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Very creative, outside-the-box filmmaking.
Yeah, and that's what you get when you hire someone like John Watts, who's before this only did like a bunch of like small indie films. He's still very much in that sphere of thinking.
Mm-hmm. Like Cop Car, which that was a fun one.
Or Clown.
Oh, I didn't see Clown. I did see Cop Car though.
Clown was pretty good. It was pretty hilarious.
Was Clown the one where the guy's a killer clown, but like he puts on a suit and the suit turns him into a killer clown?
Yeah, and he gets up to some hijinks, like he tries to kill himself to get out of the suit and ends up just making an ass of himself. It's pretty good.
If Spider-Man and the Clown got into a fight, who would win? Are we gonna have to take this to death battle? This might be one to take to death battle. Let's have Wiz and Boomstick break this one down. Now, I was worried too, and I think a lot of people were worried from the trailers, where it's like, oh man, I really hope Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. doesn't take over this movie, because we really need Tom Holland to stand on his own to prove that he is the Spider-Man to hold up a franchise. We don't want an Iron Man shaped crutch, but I can say I think he's in the movie just enough.
This is like one of 3 scenes he's in the film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, he's hardly in it. But yeah, the thing is, I always told people about the marketing was actually handled by Sony. So of course, and they had access obviously to all this stuff. So they're like, oh, we'll put Iron Man on there because Iron Man made, his third film made fucking $1 billion or something. We'll put him all over the posters and everything, and people will see it because Iron Man.
Indeed. So Holland, what a discovery that he can be, dweeby and nerdy and everything, yet not be horribly awkward like Andrew Garfield's was.
Yeah, he plays a different Peter Parker to all of the other ones, who in their own rights were Peter Parker from the comics, and Thomas is Peter Parker from the comics as well.
He finds a nice balance, I think.
Yeah. Funny thing is that John Bernthal actually got him the role.
Really? You don't
say?
Yeah,
he's the one who helped him get the audition.
Holy shit. Apparently it pays to be friends with John Bernthal, apparently.
It pays to be friends with the Punisher.
Yeah, really. He'll help you out. He's got your back. He might rub his head a lot, but he's got your back.
Just don't go killing anyone.
Mm-hmm. God, now that I know they're friends and he got him a role, come on, we need that crossover. We need the Punisher to come strolling into one of these movies.
Yeah, hey, man, it could happen. It could happen.
Yeah. Punisher still to Brooklyn. Again, just really solid soundtrack on this one. Almost the only reason it didn't have the best Marvel movie soundtrack was because Guardians and Thor came out in the same year. Yeah,
they had every movie this year from Marvel had really great soundtracks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, everyone at Peter's school too is a reference to a character. There's Betty Brant there.
Yeah. I like those. Have you seen the outtakes of that? Little news thing? It's hilarious. They film all this stuff that they used for that, as well as outtakes, and it is hilarious. It reminds me so much of stuff that I would do at school.
Yeah, absolutely. When I saw that, it's his school, we really are in the year 2017 now, because it doesn't have regular announcements. They have the kids in the audiovisual club make a school news show. That was just happening at the end of my school year.
Yeah.
Which is so current. Hey, look, it's Ned Leeds. Come on, we know who you are. We know your Gank. Gank is so awesome in the Ultimate Comics. It's just Peter needs a Gank. He needs a Ned.
Yeah, I remember people were kind of upset about that. Whoa, this guy's just Gank. Why is he Ned Leeds? But in the end, everyone loved him. He's one of the best characters.
Exactly. It's funny, too, because really, in a way, Spider-Man Peter Parker gets a best friend here, which he's never really had in the comics.
Yeah, and it as well. It's a best friend who he doesn't betray in any way, like with Harry Osborn or something.
Ooh! It's the Spanish gang leader from Orange Is the New Black. Oh, I love you, Spanish gang leader. From
How did she get a job at the school?
I'm trying to fit that into my canon. Was this before or after she got sent to prison? I love that actress.
I like that that the math and science they're doing is stuff like swinging, because of course Peter would know about that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But yeah, back to Peter having a friend. It's funny when you stop and think about it. His best friend, he wouldn't have until his college years, is Flash Thompson, the guy who bullied him but secretly loved Spider-Man. Yeah, Harry was his friend too, sometimes, but it only ever seemed like he was just putting up with him.
Yeah.
They were friends because they both got bullied was the thing. It's well, I guess we're friends now. Oh, hey, the big homecoming dance for which the movie gets its subtitle, it's an 80s themed dance, which is fitting because they wrote this like an 80s teen movie.
Yeah, it's a John Hughes movie.
Such a John Hughes movie to the point we will see a John Hughes movie later. To which that's just like one of those like no duh fits where it's like, yeah, of course it should be that. Uh-oh, now me and Matt are just watching the movie.
How can we? Hey, it's Martin Starr as their teacher. I like Martin Starr.
There's a lot of good faculty members here in just like small little bits of casting. We'll see freaking Hannibal Buress later.
Yes, as the gym teacher.
We'll see one of the freaking Howling Commandos later.
Yeah, who is actually, he's playing his descendant, his own descendant.
Which is so, I'm sure they didn't mean it like that. I'm sure that was them double dipping, like how they double dipped on Black Mariah in Civil War and Luke Cage just because they liked the actress. I think this is one of those instances where they double dipped and they're like, no, we can actually make this a thing. You're playing your descendant.
Yeah.
Which is why I really hope for the sequel some shit goes down at the school so the principal can be like, for my grandfather, and he pulls like a bayonet out of his desk and goes to fight whatever's there. Also, hey, good representation of New York. I was only there once, but yeah, this is what it was like.
Yeah, this is Queens.
In 2017. I want a bodega sandwich. Hey, can I get one of them chopped cheeses? Those are pretty big. I know that's a Harlem thing, but still. I watch First We Feast. I know what's happening in food culture in New York.
You're with it.
Mm-hmm. The bodega cat. You never pet the bodega cat because they bite. And when you buy bread, you have to buy the bread that the bodega cat was sitting on.
It's good luck.
Mm-hmm. It's the best of luck. Hey, I drove there in Grand Theft Auto. I know where that is. I drove under that bridge as Nico all the time.
I stabbed a hooker in that alleyway.
In that exact alley, yeah. Thanks, video games, for teaching me geography of places I've never been. No, I played in Assassin's Creed. I think I know my way around Venice.
I think this is something you never really see with superheroes. Them getting like changed and how like long it takes them. Like he's got to get out of his costume and then step into it like a wetsuit.
Them getting like boxer naked too, where it's like, I got to get all the way down there. Christopher Reeves, he is not. He cannot transform in a flash. Also, you wouldn't even be able to find a payphone.
No. Man, I love the eyes. I love the eyes on that costume.
Really well. Can you believe it took them this long to be like, well, let's just make the eyes mechanical so he can squint like he does in the comics?
Yeah. And they even gave like a good reason for it. They're like camera lenses because his senses are so heightened. He needs them to like focus. Between
him and Deadpool, it was a glorious 2 years there for superhero eyes.
Now we just need Batman.
Yeah, for real. Oh, well, maybe when they change the actor, they'll change the costume.
Yeah, maybe.
America!
Just do a flip.
Which, again, if Spider-Man was real, that's totally what they would do. Yeah! Spider-Man! My favorite guy is the guy later on the boat. Yeah, Spider-Man! Just everyone's so hype on Spider-Man, as they should be.
I like all this stuff, just like being the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Oh, they really accentuate the friendly neighborhood aspect. He just looks after one bureau, and that's great. Oh, cameo time. Stan Lee in a neighborhood probably not too far from where he actually lived in New York.
Yep.
Again, a Spider-Man who's actually funny and actually quippy, too. It took them a while, but they finally nailed that one as well.
Yeah, they tried to do it with Garfield's, but it didn't come. It came off more as like obnoxious.
It was obnoxious. It was forced, and like here's the thing: I just don't think Garfield was very funny. Like Colin actually seems genuinely funny.
Yeah, and I think he is. His Instagrams are pretty funny.
Absolutely. Like with the Infinity War trailer, he was screwing around there on his Instagram. Like he seems to have a good sense of humor. Now, the high-techness of the suit, that was another thing some people complained about, but I think it ties into the greater theme of not growing up before you're ready. It's like he's not ready for a suit this high-tech.
Yeah, and it's like Tony is like his father figure, and Tony doesn't want him to go through the same stuff he went through as Iron Man, whereas he had all this stuff, developed all this stuff, he had no time to grow. He's just, the suits will deal with it. And then, obviously, in number 3, he had no suit. And had to learn how to be a hero without it.
It's also one of those, hey, don't be something you're not type thing. You know, be the best Spider-Man you can be. Don't be Iron Man Jr.
Yeah, exactly.
God, I remember in the first trailer when I saw him beating up a bunch of Avenger-themed robbers. I'm like, that's great.
This is what someone would do.
Yeah, it would be. I noticed there's no Black Widow or Hawkeye on this Avengers team.
Those toys don't sell.
No, that's fine. The Black Widow themed robber and the Hawkeye themed robber, they're warming up the escape car.
Yeah, they're in the back alley.
They're in the back alley being like, where the fuck are those other guys? Man, I would love to hear the police scanner like in a comic book universe.
They'd have new codes for everything.
Oh, yeah. The shit you would hear. It's like, yeah, we got a 61652. What the hell does that mean? I think that means that's some sort of incursion, some sort of multiversal bullshit.
Yeah, Reed Richards, he's ripped another hole in the space-time continuum. Can we get some firefighters down there?
Oh, man, can you imagine, like, people calling from the freeway, like, hey, honey, I'm sorry, I'm going to be late for dinner. It looks like Galactus is trying to eat the Earth again. The Fantastic Four are fighting him right now, but I'm probably going to be late. They're probably going to beat him. I mean, they beat him every other time. I'd just be like, you trifling ass motherfucker, you said Galactus was eating the Earth last week, too, around this time. Who you fuck him?
Oh, that's something that needs to be, the excuses for, cheaters. Oh, yeah. No, I wasn't cheating. I was... Iron Man destroyed my car.
Babe, that wasn't me. That was my evil Ultimate Universe counterpart.
It was Mystique, I tell you.
She pretended to be you. Look, Mastermind and the Hellfire Club messed with my mind and made us all fuck each other. It's some weird shit they do.
I like back there when he was sitting on the wall, there's like graffiti on the back and it's all names of like famous Spider-Man artists, like Mark Bagley. There was one other one, but I missed it.
These movies do give a lot of love to the artists by naming shit after them. That's always nice.
Yeah, streets and buildings and stuff like that.
It's nice to see, not even just the movies, but even the TV shows and shit have started that. Like in the Flash TV show, every street is named after a writer or an artist.
Yeah. We kind of talked over it, but I like that they set up like Avengers Towers being sold. We don't know who, and I like to think that's like Kevin Feige, like he knew something was coming, so he's like, we'll sell the building, so when we get the Fantastic Four back, they have a place to go.
And if we don't have them, we'll say Oscorp bought it.
There you go.
That they always have a fallback plan. Where it's like, we'll just say someone had it. We don't have to say who.
Exactly.
Which, hey, everything that's happening in the comics right now makes you think that they did know something like that was happening. Where it's like, hey, Xavier's coming back. Wolverine is back. They're teasing the Fantastic Four again, where they never did.
Exactly. These talks that we've only just found out about now have probably been going on for maybe even years.
Oh, I'm sure they have been.
I'm not Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm gay. Yep. Me and Ned Leeds were
gay panic.
exploring our
Gay
sexuality.
panic. Gay panic.
See, that's what's beautiful about this. They don't gay panic. You think
No.
they're gonna gay panic, but they don't. So once again, the movie messes with you. Oh, my gay nephew at it again.
Yeah. Let's talk about Aunt May. She's way hotter than she has any right to be.
She's Marissa Tomei hot now. Which is funny because, like, if you look at all the Aunt Mays, where it's like, they just got younger and hotter as they went on, didn't they?
They really did. We had like the really old one in the Sam Raimi films. Then we had the slightly older, but still young, active one, and then now we've got Marissa Tomei.
Yep. If they ever reboot these again, Cara Delevingne is going to play Aunt May. That's what's going to happen. But yeah, I think she's really good in this. I think she brings something totally different to the movie, and she's even more ultimate Aunt May.
Oh yeah, she's totally ultimate Aunt May.
Yeah, absolutely. They even turned it into a running joke where it's like, everyone wants to fuck Peter's aunt. Like, literally everybody. I really hope for Infinity War he brings, like, Doctor Strange home, and Doctor Strange's like, oh, hello.
Yeah, to try to charm her.
Yeah. You know, I give free magical mustache rides, right? You know, I have magic fingers, literally. Peter's like, hey, stop trying to fuck my aunt, everybody. It's not cool. Look, Peter, if you play your cards right, I can be your new step-uncle. Wouldn't that be nice? Doctor Strange is your step-uncle? Can all move into my sanctum sanctorum?
I wonder if they're gonna, like... I wonder if Peter, like, is gonna, like, when he meets Doctor Strange, be like, hey, can you, like, reverse time? Can you, like, make my uncle alive again?
Yeah, can you make him not dead? I mean...
Yeah, I can't fuck with time, man.
That's a big ask, man.
I did it once and Wong got really mad.
Yeah. You don't want him mad at you. Just everyone giving Aunt May free stuff because she's that great. That's her superpower. Hot older woman. So yeah, I mean, Homecoming does a great job not being an origin movie, which I like. Everyone universally put their foot down. It's like, no more Spider-Man origins.
Yeah.
We get it.
They go past it, but they still sort of bring it up, like here, like with there's I've got bit by a spider. Spider's dead. That's it.
Which begs a ton of questions too. It's like, oh, the spider's dead now. Does that mean what continuity are we working off of here? Is it dead? Did it die right away? Did it, I don't know, maybe bite like Cindy Moon or someone? Or did he, bite a janitor who became a guy made entirely of spiders? There's a lot of places it could go if they wanted to do that. Oh, hey, they're learning about the Sokovia Accords in school. I love that.
Yeah, I like that they sort of do that, and obviously in a Spider-Man film you can see that they have to teach the usual history of the world, but also like this, like have Captain America deliver like gym training to children.
Which this is, I fucking love this so much because it's like, wait. So he's wearing his Avengers 1 costume, which means after stopping aliens, the government came to Captain America and they're like, look, Cap, you did really good fighting those Nazis and those aliens, but there's a new threat. There's a new threat facing the children of America. Oh, is it the Russians? No. Is it the drugs? No, it's fat. The kids are too fat now, Cap. You gotta help us. I don't know if you've seen how tasty candy got in the last 70 years, but it's fucking awesome now. All the kids are fat. Also, sex ed. The kids don't know to wrap it up. So can you help us, Cap? Can you help us fight this?
Your body changed, didn't it? It's kind of the same thing.
My body changed a lot when I put magic drugs into it. Also, too, Hannibal Buress in my favorite, Deliver. I don't know, he kind of like a war criminal now, because again, after Civil War, he was kind of a war criminal. He's living on the run in another country. It was extra funny because this movie came out, and you'll remember, at the height of Secret Empire, because it's like, oh, he's kind of a war criminal in the comics right now, too.
Yeah.
So that joke worked on a couple levels for me. We didn't talk about this either, but the colorblind casting of the supporting cast for Peter Parker in 2017 makes sense because this is what a school would look like if you went to Queens in 2017.
Yep. Yep. I like Flash as well in this.
Me too.
He's perfectly asshole-ish.
He's a wonderful version of what a bully today in 2017 would look like. He's not a jerk who's like a big jock who's picking on you because he's smart. No, he's a dude who's in all your clubs and is just an asshole to you for no reason.
He's the spoiled rich kid.
It's like even big jocks wouldn't like be bullies like that anymore because even they would be like, "No, that's cliche." You know, everyone's painting us as a bad guy. Let's not be that guy because everyone's gonna look at me if I do that. So again, it's another really good subversion.
Yeah. Good old Ned's hat with his confidence.
Ned's hat that becomes a character in its own right. You know what's great, too, about having Ned in these movies is that if they ever get around to doing Hobgoblin, I hope they do, like, a big joke about, like, oh, well, in the comics, people thought Ned was the Goblin. I'd love to see him pick up the mask and be like, oh, this is awesome. Then he tries it on and everyone thinks he's the Hobgoblin. Even though he is not built like a Hobgoblin. You working that hat, man. This house, which actually ends up being super important later.
Yeah, at this moment, you still don't know. You still don't know the big twist.
It's very, very subtle writing.
Of course, Flash is a DJ.
Of course he is. What else would he be? You know, that person who goes to a party and just helps themselves to what's in the fridge. Just makes themselves a peanut butter sandwich. Which, again, there's food out there, but she still chose to go and make herself something else. Nah, I'm better than this food. I'm quirky.
It's pizza that's not from Queens, though.
There you go.
That's why she didn't eat it.
Nah, they got pizza pride over there.
Yeah, she ordered from like a chain, like Pizza Hut or something.
Is this delivery? No, it's DiGiorno's. Fuck you. Although it's funny you should say Pizza Hut because there was literally Pizza Hut product placement in this. When the bodega got blown up, there was a Pizza Hut next door. Which, as you notice, Peter saved the bodega guys. Didn't give a shit about the Pizza Hut. Everyone's like, good, no more Pizza Hut. Speaking of Pizza Hut, you know how they started doing that whole, like, stuffed crust thing?
Yeah.
And everyone really loved it. You know what apparently inspired them to do the stuffed crust thing?
What's that?
Apparently one year the dairy industry just had, like, an excess of cheese that they couldn't get rid of.
Oh, we'll just stuff it in these pizza crusts.
We'll just stuff in the crust. It's like, but it's already got cheese on it, though. Well, you can go deeper. Apparently that's the same deal with orange juice, where everyone's like, why do we eat orange juice in the morning? It's because apparently, like, the California Orange Growers Association had too many oranges one year, so they had a whole new marketing thing where it's like, oh, drink it in the morning.
I like this. Like what if this is why Peter is in New York and not in the middle of nowhere.
Not Arizona or Oklahoma.
I love these weapons that they make as well because they're all like references to like other stuff. Like, oh, this is an Ultron arm, and we've got black hole grenades and stuff.
Sup, Donald Glover?
Is he gonna start rapping?
I hope so. You tried really hard to be Spider-Man, and if you were only a couple of years older, you probably would be. But yet you also did kind of get to be Spider-Man in an interesting way.
And the best thing is, as well, they make him like his nephew Miles Morales as well.
So he's voicing him in the animated movie that's supposedly in the same continuity, but also a multiverse. It's a whole thing. Aha.
Like that good Spider-Man moment. Don't point the gun at the innocent, point it at me.
Yeah. Very well done. Again, Spider-Man in this movie, they do a good job setting up that he's basically, as far as we can tell, the only no-kill Avenger.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. The only actively no-kill Avenger, which I'm like, good.
As he should be. He's just a kid.
Yeah. He's not a soldier or an assassin or a rage monster or a Viking god.
It'd be even better if he did get to meet Bernthal's Punisher as well.
Oh my god, you kill people? Yeah, like all the time.
Yeah, you don't?
No, I'm the only one who doesn't. Oh man, you're breaking the bro code there, man. You never answer your bro's phone. Again, G, you mentioned the neighborhood thing. Such a clever idea to take Spider-Man to the suburbs, literally a place he's never been in any of the other movies.
Yeah.
And to show, yeah, your unique power set is not uniquely matched to this area. And so we get to have this Ferris Bueller reference.
This is a really great reference.
It really, really is. And again, it's like, hey, if you didn't get what movies we're aping off of for this, this is what we're aping off of. And this is why people in New York have superhero insurance, I'm sure. Yeah, no act of God or Spider-Man. This is, again, in the theater, everyone's like, hey, this is kind of like that first, but oh, there it is.
Oh, like this freaks the girls out because his eyes are all fucking up.
Peter, this party was getting turned up and you weren't here. Your blessing and your curse to always miss the party when it's off the chain. Again, that's another interesting thing, too, to have him actually have a friend to be mad at him, but also to understand why he can't be there because he's busy being Spider-Man.
Yeah, the one thing I don't like is when they do like a movie that has like the person who knows they're a hero or something like that, but doesn't seem to understand what comes with that and gets mad at them because they're doing said job.
Like Foggy a little bit in certain scenes of Daredevil.
Yeah.
But then again, Matt's being a dick about it in the Daredevil show, but that's their character dynamic.
Yeah. I like that he's got a parachute.
Also, too, Spider-Man's power is completely useless in water.
It doesn't help as well that he's tied up in a parachute.
He literally put him in a bag and drowned him. Dun, dun, dun. Are you an angel? Yes, I'm a big iron angel who's been drinking.
And who isn't even in the country.
No, yeah. This is great, too, because it means Robert Downey Jr. can literally phone this scene in.
I like the costume as well. It's the ultimate armored color scheme and everything. It looks really cool.
It does. Why couldn't you do something smaller and less dangerous, like, I don't know, bust a meth lab or something? You had to go right to Alien
less dangerous is busting meth labs.
Look, I got a lead on this kiddie porn ring. You want to deal with that? No. Fitting, too, that Tony needs a project right here, right now with Spider-Man when he alienated all of his friends at the end of Civil War.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm glad they didn't do for Civil War and reveal Peter's identity. They kind of like moved it to this movie and gave him the chance to happen near the end, but he didn't want it to happen, which is really cool.
Yeah. Yes, they're actually keeping the whole secret identity thing, making him one of the only Avengers who has one.
he is the only Avenger who has one.
That's right, he is.
Well, I guess you could say Hawkeye does, since no one really knows about him, his family, and whatnot.
Yeah, no one knows who Clint Barton is, period, let alone Hawkeye. Poor Clint. He tries so hard, I think.
He's getting the fade in the new movie, and he's becoming Ronin. So yeah, he's trying.
That's right. That's the hot new thing. And when I'm Ronin, you'll all wish you were nicer to me. If you can't handle me at my Hawkeye-iest, you don't deserve me at my Ronin-iest. Is what he'll say. Hey, how's the party going? Oh, well, they're making fun of you very loudly, and everyone's super into it, so... I believe this is grape-flavored energy coming from here. I will need to do more studies.
Yeah, so I'll just go to metal class and just hit it with a hammer.
There you go. Good old shop class. By God, he's mastered portal tech. He's gonna found aperture science any day now. Even too about the no-kill rule thing. Even Toombs, he's trying to be like a good thief who doesn't kill people. The one person he kills in this movie, he kills by accident.
Yeah, he's not in it as for villainous reasons. He's in it just to sort of provide for his family. And when he had that taken away from him, this was like the only option for him.
Yeah. He has a real Walter White thing going on where it's like, oh, I did it for my family.
Yeah, he just doesn't have cancer.
No, that we know of.
Yeah, he could always come back and I got spider cancer.
That's what happens when we're around you too long. What with that irradiated spider of yours? At least I think it's irradiated. Maybe it's gene splice. I don't know. What's the big new scary science? Because it used to be nuclear science, then it was genes. What's the new big scary science now? Like Hadron Collider shit?
Yeah. I know people are really scared of like the self-driving cars and AI and shit.
Right.
But we've had that. We've had that with Ultron.
That's true. And you can't say he was bitten by an AI-powered spider. Well, there was a shock master in pro wrestling, Vulture, so you're not wrong. That guy also wore a, silvery spray-painted stormtrooper helmet, so, he basically was a supervillain.
I like that the Shocker here, the not Tom Hardy guy, is kind of dressed like the Shocker.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right down to the yellow and the padding and everything. All he needs is a mask. Curse your Tom Hardy looking ass.
He really does look like Tom Hardy.
He looks scary like Tom Hardy.
Maybe that's why Sony's doing a Venom film.
Maybe. We thought we already cast Tom Hardy. No, just cast a guy who looked like him.
Well, let's cast Tom Hardy then. We'll make him Venom. Oh no, they killed Tom Hardy.
That's fine. Shocker's now a legacy character. Oh, shit. Well, thank God he had no family and no one who's going to come looking for him or ask questions. Moral of the story, kids, don't be a dick, so when you get disintegrated, people will miss you.
Yeah, you can have this crossbone glove now and be the Shocker.
You're the Shocker now. Alright. Which, again, is basically how D-list supervillain identities are passed around in Marvel Comics anyway. Alright, you're the looter now. You're the plunderer. Looter was in Spider-Man this week. He's like a D-lister who gets beaten up by Venom. And all I could think is like, man, you're a lame character, Looter, but your costume is pretty cool.
There were lots of D-list villains this week. Swordsman.
Yeah.
Swordsman who wasn't the original Swordsman.
Swordsman 2. He hates the Heartland. He wants to destroy it with dams. Hey, what are you boys doing over there? You experimenting with strange new elements? Well, you better
Yeah,
not.
so he just doesn't care.
Yeah, truly, this is the American school system right now. Look at kids. I have tenure, so I don't really give a fuck. So long as you're not making bombs, it's all good.
Except Peter and Ned were making a bomb, kind
In
of.
a weird way, they kind of were. They didn't know it, but they were. Don't mind us. We have all the city. Just two creepy, unsupervised men walking around a school in New York. Don't worry us.
How did they get in? Like, usually, like when people come to like schools, they have to like go sign in, get the badge and everything. No, it's just open to anyone.
Well, you see, they stepped in the door and they were like, "Workman." Well, you look like you're workman, so okay.
Yeah, you look blue collar enough.
Yeah, really. Here to fix the furnace vent pipes. Yep, that's us. Also, man, I don't know what they were making here in this shop department, but look at the big, like, wall of faces. Off to the left, if they show it again, there's just a big wall of faces.
These are the students that have died in this workshop.
Due to just the shop teacher not looking.
Their faces are memorialized on the wall. Forever staring.
It's like they didn't know if this was going to be a shop room or an art room. Yeah, they pull double duty. Shop's in there in the morning and art's there at night. But can I play Candy Crush on this thing, though, is the real question. Is this 4K? Can I stream on this? Can I connect it to my PlayStation? I bet I can. Hey, the spider signal.
He's just wearing the mask.
Wouldn't you if your buddy was the hero? Oh, come on, can I try it on just one time? Come on. Even this idea, too, that the evil villains, their lair, it's not even in New York.
Yeah, they're like, wait, it's in Washington? What?
Yeah. They're importing crime, Matt. The real crime is in the nation's capital, as is always the case. Yes, I can. It's almost as if I'm the main character and have main character powers. Which is basically Peter Parker in the comics in a nutshell. He can fuck up all over the place, and yet he still ends up mostly fine. Even just now, hey, I lost my company and everyone hates me. Ah, but I got a fun job at the paper again. Hey, Vibranium gets a name drop. We're watching you, Peter. Always watching you. Tony knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake.
He knows if you've been bad or good.
And he's always bad, which makes it really hard for him.
Yes, he's watching you, Peter, as well as Aunt May.
Yeah, really. Very closely, like creepily closely. We don't know why. I was going to talk to him about it, but it just seemed awkward. Also, another bold move for Spider-Man to be like, yeah, let's actually take him out of New York for a big action scene. Why don't we?
Yeah, and in a really cool way as well, just like a debate competition. Yeah. Something Peter Parker would go on in high school. For sure.
Mm-hmm. All right, so as soon as we jailbreak this suit, we can have all the third-party apps we want.
Yeah. No more paying for those subscription fees anymore.
No more getting tied down to any one carrier, which is bullshit in 2017. But does the camera take 4K pictures, though? Oh man, when we're done with this, it'll do everything.
Like a training wheels protocol.
Yep, you were literally playing with training wheels on.
And that's something Tony would do as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you give it a really condescending name. Also, good job on their research too. Ned's computer is covered in meme stickers. He's got the "This is fine" dog on it. I don't know what the other ones are.
They're not obnoxious meme stickers either.
No, they're very subtle memes. Like you either know what this is or you don't. And to even Marvel is great at this too, breaking down the superhero trope of like, I want to be your guy in the chair. Not I want to be your tech expert, not I want to be the guy running the back end. No, I want to be your guy in the chair. Which, you could be the guy in the chair now with how advanced the internet has become. And he is in this movie. He's like, well, checking Google Maps, and well, I Yelped that. And this is what I found. Liz Allen, too, haven't mentioned yet. An interesting starter romance for Peter. He always seems to be a character who's defined by who he's romantically after or entangled with at the moment.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't do like Gwen Stacy or Mary Jane again for the third time.
Yeah, it's fitting, too, to have Liz, because Liz was like one of the first. It was like Betty, then it was Liz.
Yeah.
And hey, if he goes to work in the paper in the sequel, I would like to see Betty Brant come back.
Yeah, she's in here, but they don't really have any interaction with one another.
Right. Hey, that could make that a joke in the sequel. Yeah, we went to high school, we had no interaction with each other. No running in the pool, kids. Spider-Man fights crime. He also feels very strongly about pool safety. That's the new lore. Uncle Ben, he wasn't shot by a robber. He was running at the pool and fell and broke his neck. Who's the actress who does the AI voice in this one again?
Jennifer Connelly.
She's really good.
Who played Betty Ross in the Ang Lee Hulk film.
She sure did. So now she's back in a Marvel movie, and a good one. Man, the carload feels a little weird tonight. It's almost like there's a spidered man on the back of it. I'm sure it's nothing, though. Now, would you like me to mark these targets for you like this was a Far Cry game? Because I can do that.
I can tag them, but you don't have enough points to do instant kills yet.
It is the video gameization of being a superhero. But tell you what, if you finish this and get enough spider points, you can get a loot box and get a new skin for your costume.
Yeah, Spider-Man by EA.
EA, a subsidiary of Oscorp. Fucking knew it. And then Tony just jumps to the conclusion, well, obviously every hero is going to want to kill. We've all been killing up to this point.
Like that. Oh no, he skipped the tutorial. He doesn't know on the new game. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Which we've all done. Hey, I played the first one. I know what I'm doing. Oh god, they changed all the buttons. What are all these new meters? And even the villains don't know how to work their technology. See, they're more alike.
Yeah, remember to put the stabilizer on or you'll break your arm.
What do I look like, Batman? I need all these extra tricks and gimmicks. Breaker Breaker 19, this is Trucker Man 37. I'm flying on a bunch of good trucker meth right now, some apple wackies. We're going to be there right soon. Yeehaw, convoy.
Yeah, they work for Tony Stark, so they only have the best trucker pet pills.
Yeah, pep pills, pep up again.
And they got that device that drives the truck for them, so they can sit on the roof and fly kites and shit.
Look, it's a big scam, Bart. Don't tell anybody. Man, do you think anyone would pay us to drive these trucks if they knew how much work we were doing? That's the secret lore. Tony Stark and Stark Industries built those self-driving trucks.
We joke about that, but remember that was like an actual thing in Logan.
It really was, wasn't it? Oh my god, I forgot about that. And apparently people die every year because of those self-driving trucks. Because, in that future, human life is, so thrown away. It's like, look, every couple of years, people are going to die because of trucks. This is going to happen.
I have greatly misunderestimated him.
Yep.
Like that goddamn webs.
Mm-hmm. Another thing, too, this movie's great at, to have our hero fail, but to not have him look like a total goober.
Mm-hmm.
Because, sometimes, heroes can fail and be so incompetent. You're like, oh, I don't want to root for you anymore. Here, Spider-Man fails, but he doesn't look like a total goon, so you still want to root for him. I am only your AI, Peter. I cannot give you any new information. I only know what you know. I'm finished my popcorn an hour in, and now I'm slightly depressed. What am I supposed to do now besides watch the movie?
Yeah, we're gonna have to stop the commentary, I think.
Joel needs snacks. Needs to go on a snack run. Intermission. We'll be back. And this is such a Spider-Man Parker luck moment, too. Well, now you're going to be locked in here all night.
Yeah, this is something that would happen to Spider-Man. I'm sorry I missed the big Avengers battle. I was locked inside a shipping container.
It happens. I was going to call you Alexa, but we don't own that right, unfortunately. Oh, the web wings. I was so stoked on web wings because I'm like, that's the only thing these movie costumes haven't had. He needs to have web wings.
Yeah.
See, now he's just in training mode or practice mode from a fighting game. Hey, Karen, if I keep talking to you and humanizing you for too long, are you going to go evil like Ultron, or will you be a hero like Vision? That's a question you would have to ask in a world like this.
I like that Tony made obviously he had Vision and then Jarvis before that, and now he's got Friday, and then he just made this one just to put in this suit. I wonder how many other ones he has just lying around for stuff like does his coffee maker talk?
Oh, I'm sure it does. Thanks, Coffo. Kill, destroy. Yeah, that's why I put him in the coffee maker. He's slightly defective, but makes an amazing French roast.
Hey, it's Ultron's head. It's the Prime Ultron head as well, and it's still active.
Yeah. Hey, Karen, if you were to put yourself in some of these Ultron bodies, that'd be interesting. Or if some of these Ultron heads still had some of his code in there and got into the suit.
Well, that's the thing. The head is still active. That's the little perfect thing for them to if they want to bring him back, they can say no. In Spider-Man: Homecoming, you could still see the head and it was active.
My pitch has always been if they want to bring Ultron back, I say they don't even bring him back for an Avengers movie. I think he should be a villain in an Ant-Man movie.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
It's they don't have the lines drawn between Pym and Ultron, but they could.
Oh yeah, they could easily like they'd just say like, oh, some of this code was like from Stark, like he stole, like his dad stole it or something.
Yeah. I could even see like Pym, because they've shown him to be kind of a dick in that first Ant-Man, to have him be like, Tony fucked up on this Ultron thing, but I bet I could do it better.
Yeah, just kind of prove that he's better than Tony.
Uh,
Or even better, like you could even like have him like somehow a part of him got into space.
yeah. I think they would probably do that one first.
Yeah, probably. Although
So
with this deal going through, you could do stuff like Annihilus and stuff.
Exactly, you could. Hey, we didn't need you anyway. Which is kind of a fun twist, too. At the end of the day, they didn't even need him.
Yeah. I like this bit.
Yeah, the guard. All your favorite monuments were built by slaves, okay? Just saying. Slaves or prisoners of war. Look, I don't want to be known as the guy who blew up Washington. I don't want that to be the front page. Spider-Man blows up Washington. Everyone pissed.
Yeah, then we get the Washington Accords and
yeah, because of Spider-Man. Also, Spider-Man's inability to swing anywhere in these big open spaces and being forced to run is never not adorable. Hey, you sound just like a woman who would actually work there. I say this every day for every tour group.
I am dead inside.
Yeah, I'm up to 3 beers on my lunch break. How does that make you kids feel? Shit's going down, bro. To also have Spider-Man be a little afraid of heights, or to be like, oh, this is taller than anything I ever climbed.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
To have him power through the fear. Like, I forgot who the quote said. You're not heroic when you're being brave. You're heroic when you're overcoming fear.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something true in all of the Marvel movies. They make sure to have humanizing little moments for the character when they do that jump from the ordinary to the extraordinary.
Yeah.
Either way, they're just if not, then they'd just be jagoffs in suits, and who would want that? Sweet, I got a drone. Another wonderfully futuristic thing, like, yeah, if Spider-Man was created today, he's a super science nerd, he probably would have a drone to do some scouting.
It was very similar to like Superior Spider-Man stuff. He had like all those drones and stuff.
He did. Heck, Renew Your Vows, when he was taking pictures, he had a drone to follow him around and take pictures for him, and I'm like, that's so smart. I wonder, too, if they had this big thing in DC, if it was easier to film here than it was to film in Queens, to do, like, a similar scene.
Maybe, yeah. And I guess, like, in Queens, there's, like, you don't have, like, I guess, very many big, like, notable places like the Washington Monument. Like, you've got, they could have done something at, like, the Stark Expo grounds, but we've kind of already seen that.
And they probably didn't want to, like, retread any of the tall building bridge stuff from the other 2 Spider-Man series.
Exactly.
It's like, let's do something new and different. I'm gonna do it. We'll see, I'm gonna do it.
It's never been done before. It's bold, it's new. It's funnier than we've had before.
It is. It literally is. And
that goddamn Flash just like pushing the women and the children out of the way.
Yeah, that's Flash for you. And yet, we kind of see him change by the end of this scene. He gets saved by Spider-Man, and he ends up becoming a Spider-Man fan like he does in the comics. It's the birth of that moment, and it's wonderfully handled. I got to imagine, like Obama, it's one of his last days in office here. He's cleaning out his stuff, and he gets this report. Mr. President, there's reports of a red and blue spidered man on the Washington Monument. Well, that's freaking awesome.
Just continues packing his shit.
I for one support this spidered man in all of his endeavors. For chances are we'll probably need him in the future. Godspeed, spidered man. Oh God, that's got to be killer on the old groin right there. Spider-Man, awesome cankle strength. Ow, ow. Spider-Man does really bad in shafts, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Shafts are not his friend.
I like how he's putting on like the Queen's accent, like more than usual.
Yeah, I'm not the guy you know. I'm a totally different guy.
I would have liked if he did like that advanced interrogation mode voice that's like the Batman voice in here, and it just scares like the shit out of him.
Where's Scarecrow? Which, hey, Spider-Man actually does have a Scarecrow villain, so they could do that joke and have it be accurate.
I like this. He's able to save the girl.
Indeed.
Without breaking her neck.
Yeah, for real. Hey, look how easy this is, other guy. Upside down kiss, maybe.
I like that they're gonna go for it, and then he just like falls. Thank you. Are you really friends with Peter?
I have to know. I have to close up shop. The gravy train's over.
You're gonna have to move that money in your wall.
Yeah, exactly. Can't have Bill Burr and Huel sitting on it anymore. And again, he's a complicated villain where you gotta wonder, would he really have gotten out of it if he had just finished these last couple orders, or would it have been a Walter White thing where it's like, no, I'm addicted to the money and the power, I'm doing it for me.
I think that's kind of like where he ends up in the end after he hijacks that ship. He just still wants to get away with it because he still thinks he can do it and everything, and it probably would have led him to become a bigger villain and start doing more stuff, which is why at the end Spider-Man says like he just wants to save him.
Yeah, Spider-Man saves him in more ways than one at the end. God, that is so fucking accurate of like high school audio visual production.
I like the interview they do with the teacher. I didn't lose a student this time. Not again.
Oh, implying a greater history for Martin Starr, teacher. Thanks, my man. And they would do that too. Show your spice. Look, I come here. Do I really need to show any more spirit than I'm already showing? What is it with high school and constantly wanting me to show spirit? Should I tell everyone? I'm working a case, man. I'm getting the clues. It feels so good.
But Spanish quiz.
I am so beyond Spanish quiz right now. That will be a superhero high school dropout. Hey, it's the descendant of the Howling Commando.
I like that. He's like that classic like old guy sitting on the chair backwards to connect with the kids.
Cool. look, I'm Captain America. I'm hip. I'm with it. Did you follow the rules, Captain America, when you obeyed your superior officer's orders to go save Bucky from that Hydra concentration camp? Okay, look, I broke a lot of rules, okay? God, I hope they bring Hannibal Buress back. He only had a couple lines, but every line he had killed. Oh, this is smart, too, to see that he has, like, where he hides his costume and stuff at school in case he needs it.
Yeah. I also, like, before, like, earlier in the movie, we saw him actually make the spider fluid, the web fluid,
yes.
which I thought was pretty cool. I'm glad it's not the organic web shooters.
Same. It was time to have actual web fluid Spider-Man. I mean, I know he got it in the Garfield movies, but they never did anything with the web fluid. No. They're just like, hey, here's him making it. Well, will he ever run out? Will he ever use it in interesting ways? No.
Well, that's the thing. In those movies, he wasn't the one who made it. His dad was, remember?
Oh, that's right. He stole it. I forgot.
Yeah. He stole it from Oscorp.
Yeah. What a dink.
God, those movies are so crap.
People defend them really hard and still to this day.
I am Thor, son of Odin. I can't wait for him to meet Thor.
Oh, you know that's going to be good.
Like this, he's got a bat cave in his head.
Yep. What?
Enhanced interrogation protocol.
I love that we're at the point now where it's like every hero was doing that post Christian Bale, and now we're at the point where it's come full circle and we can make fun of it now.
Yeah. Like even Iron Man did it in the first Iron Man film.
He did. And then
I'm not a girl. I'm a boy. I mean a man.
I'm Spider-Man. None of even phases Glover.
He's used to this shit.
Oh, yeah.
This happens like every other week. He thinks he's not even on a movie set. He just thinks this is just something that's just happening
just as real
in the car park at Costco.
I like bread. And his being a hero and his genuinely being a good guy rubs off on people. I got a nephew named Miles, and some people think he's cooler than you. He's gonna get an animated movie soon, but I can't talk about that.
Yeah, I play him in that movie.
Which is weird and kind of confusing that I'm his uncle, but I'm also his voice? What? Some people get really freaked out at the idea of a black Spider-Man. It makes people have aneurysms for some reason. I think it's pretty funny. Like, Glover is so fun. I hope he does get a purple and green costume and become the Prowler at some point.
I got ice cream.
Oh no, not ice cream. He got the good ice cream too. Didn't ride a ferry when I was in New York. Wonder if I'm missing anything. Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
Just a way to get across. It's a bus, but on the water.
It's sometimes there's crack dealers on them.
It's some manner of aquabus.
I like that. I like that. That's smart. Like he doesn't get a good look at Toombs, so he can't identify him and link him to Liz.
Yeah. I also like too. They make a solid point of saying that these professional thieves and second story men hate Matt Gargan and think he sucks.
He's a dick to deal with.
I guess so. Matt Gargan, who is clearly meant to represent his second Ultimate Spider-Man incarnation, the one that fought Miles, where he was just a cartel enforcer with a big chain.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Again, they clearly did their homework when it came to deep diving Spider-Man stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you like to do your high-powered weapons deals? The mall? A ferry? What about a small junkyard?
Yeah. Oh no, Tony.
Can't talk, Tony. I'm masturbating. Yep, that's what I'm doing. With the suit on, you bet.
Wait, you don't?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can't judge you on that, son. You know me too well. You know my armor has a vibration setting, right? Another just cool place to have a fight. You know, it's like where hasn't Spider-Man and the other movies fought yet?
Yeah, it's not your back alley, your rooftop, or your bridge or something. And again, it shows like he's kind of useless outside of everywhere that doesn't have skyscrapers and stuff, but he'll still try.
It keeps you from asking that question that's always asked in these movies, and that is, why didn't Hero Y do thing X?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, because he can't.
Yeah, because he's out of his element. The one time the FBI was actually doing their jobs. The one time they were actually on top of things. Ah. I'll get you with my Doom gun and get you with my plasma rifle. Which, again, I'm just dying to know, what was Toombs going to do with that plasma rifle? Probably drug stuff.
Well, now he's going to cut a boat in half.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, really smart idea to have Vulture be the first villain, because just from a technical standpoint, you can stage cool fights like this.
Yeah.
Really, real spectacle, feast for the eyes type of stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't a villain that we'd seen before, Lizard or Doc Ock or something.
Yeah.
Though saying that, I really want to see the MCU's version of Doc Ock.
Same, I want to see their take on it. And I'm sure we'll get it later, because for once they're actually not forcing Peter Parker to grow up too soon.
Yeah, it's probably going to be something like a couple movies in once he's in college.
Yeah.
Be his professor or something, like it kind of was in Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. And it's like, hey, you don't gotta rush it either, because it's like, you know, next to Batman, Spider-Man has probably the greatest list of rogues ever, and if you want to keep this franchise going and if Holland's cool with it, you can do them all, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I still keep playing Kraven. I would really like for the sequel to have some crazy Russian in the jungles of Africa to be like, oh, there is a spider totem active in New York City. They say he soars above the air and challenges men and monster alike. I bet I could hunt this Spider-Man.
I'd like that. I'd like him to come and hunt down Spider-Man. You could even like tie it into like sort of the end credits thing with like, where it had like Matt Gargan like putting together a team or like trying to get someone to kill Spider-Man, and just have him like, oh, you hired Kraven.
It'd be great too, because it would also be a reason to explain why the Avengers couldn't help him. Peter would be trying to talk to Iron Man and be like, yeah, this crazy Russian guy in a lion vest tried to kill me last night with blow darts. And he's like, Peter, son, are you Are you on the drugs? Have you been smoking the doobs? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. No, it was real. It happened. Look, Peter, I'm worried about you. I think you're finally cracking under the pressure.
Who is giving you the drugs?
Is it that hairy boy? I knew he was a bad influence.
Yeah, goddamn Osborns.
Yeah, with their drugs. But we missed my favorite supporting character there, happy black guy. Yeah, Spider-Man. I like to think if I was ever cast in a movie as a background character, that would be my one line. I would be, yeah, Spider-Man guy. Because you look at that guy, it's like, yeah, he's one of the tribe. He's one of our people. I bet he has some Mylar bags in his apartment with stuff. I bet he has some signed lenticular art covers. He was on his way to pick up his long box from like the comic store across town because that was the good one. Oh no, my Iron Dad is mad at me now because he caught me in a lie. Oh geez, he's gonna take my car away for the weekend, which he kind of does by taking his suit.
He grounds him. He takes the Xbox.
Yeah, really. Which, I mean, really, when you're a superhero, a super high-tech suit is better than any Xbox.
It has an Xbox in it. Like, yeah, oh. Iron Man.
How quickly they turn on you. It's like on that ferry, they all start talking about other heroes. Hey, over in Jersey, they say they got this girl who can stretch. Ain't that cool? And in Hell's Kitchen, they got this guy in red pajamas who beats people up with sticks.
He's really angry.
Yeah, never go to Hell's Kitchen. Mm-mm.
Is it? See, I like that. Is they're like they want to be like kind of villains, but the minute they get any like whiff of like an actual Avenger, like nah, we're done. No,
we quit. We know our limitations. This is not for us. But what if we did the big one? You know that thing from movies and TVs, just one last big score, because the one last big score always works out for everybody.
One last ride.
Yeah, if you're ever in a situation where someone says just one last big score, never do it because it never works.
Like, damn it, Peter! Don't do what I did.
Yeah, really, stop being me. I really am a parent now. I'm starting to sound like my own father. Oh.
How many boxes is Robert Downey Jr. standing on to make him taller? Right? Make him taller.
That's always the joke, right? Him and Tom Cruise are actually very short in real life. Aww. Sad.
Don't be like me. I drink.
Yeah, really. And womanize. I'm so jaded, it's all I can do to, I don't know, sniff moon rocks through a straw. That's the only thing that gets me off anymore. Oh, this is funny. He has no clothes, so he has to wear a souvenir shirt now. Which, again, is totally a Peter Parker thing from the comics.
Oh, yeah, Peter's just that lucky.
The only thing he's missing is the paper bag on his head and being like the bagtastic bag man. And here we touch on the family drama and dynamic, what with them losing Uncle Ben.
Mm-hmm.
But they do it in a subtle way.
I don't even think he's like outwardly named in the movie.
No, not really. I think they say his uncle, and that's about it.
Yeah. I work a street corner. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm selling drugs to help supplement our income. Sorry. No, no, no. I joined a professional Overwatch team. Yeah, yeah. I'm getting really big into esports. That's a believable lie.
With the kill death ratios and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
things they're things people like me say.
Yeah, it's real rough out there. It's hard out there for a pimp. Look, I smell like garbage because I often land in garbage. Again, hey, look at all that Captain America promo artwork behind him. Again, very subtle, only for fans who pay attention, where it's like, hey, look, he's actually playing his own Descendant. Isn't that cool?
The principal has a crossbow.
Yeah. Which, again, if the school ever comes under attack, that's what I want to see. I want to see him pull all that shit out. Oh, just back to school, back to the grind. Gotta be a normal kid now, just building Legos. Hey, if Spider-Man got really popular, he could have his own Legos. You think about that, Peter? Get your own Legos, wouldn't that be something?
They'll just stick with the Star Wars.
Because
they can.
Yeah, they can now. And hey, if the Fox deal comes through, maybe in the next movie they'll be building like Simpsons Legos or Alien Legos. There's a whole world of Legos they could open up. Sorry for being me and doing things that Peter Parker does and will always do. I feel like this apology conversation I'm having right here, I'll be having for the rest of my life with different people. Which is great, too, because they nail it. I'm like, wow, this is so Peter Parker, and this is so everything Peter Parker does.
Yeah.
I am forever sorry. I am forever genuflecting. Forever caught up in the tragedy that my superhero life will always mean my personal life suffers. Yeah. And yet somehow I still get the girl.
Yeah, somehow does that Parker like it goes both ways.
It does go both ways. Either the best stuff happens to you or the worst stuff happens to you.
Or sometimes like the best stuff happens like this and then it turns into the worst stuff.
Yeah. Every ray of sunshine has a cloud in it, and every cloud has a ray of sunshine in it.
Yeah, Peter's like, well, at least I don't have radioactive jizz.
Well, about that. just wrap it up is all we're saying.
Yeah. Double
Again,
wrap.
Another wonderfully 80s John Hughes movie montage right here of getting ready for the big dance.
Yeah.
And to think they made this work too. I remember, when Raimi wasn't coming back and they were saying they want to do a younger, hipper, more Twilight-ish Spider-Man for the Garfield movies. I'm like, oh god, that's going to be so painful, and oh god, I bet they're going to have the big battle at the final, at the prom, at the big dance. To think they do that here in this movie, but they actually don't make it horrible.
No, they get kind of respected. It's because the movies they were going off were good. They weren't they weren't going off like what's current now. Did they like the Twilights? We'll go off the Twilights.
Exactly, you hit the nail on the head there, Matt. They couched it in something that worked and actually had staying power. Mm-hmm.
Oh. No.
Not gonna lie, when I originally saw this in the theater, genuinely surprised me.
Yeah, they hit this really well.
They actually had a really solid twist. Like, it was such a good twist. It was only later that I thought, hey, wait a minute, but here it is what, and Liz is, well, there's lots of ways that could happen. What? It's cool. It's cool is all it is. It's a cool moment. Also, too, giving Toombs a family, something he didn't have in the comics, something that further makes this version of the character actually pretty sympathetic.
Yeah.
Which, man, you gotta feel bad for this family. It's like, well, Mrs. Toombs, your husband was running around in a bird costume stealing shit.
Yeah, this house is paid with weapons.
Yeah, under the proceeds of crime. Which actually, hey, that's actually really interesting too, because, Toombs claims to fight for the underdog, claims to be, like, oh, the rich elites, they took everything from me, so I'm stealing it back. I'm being a vulture, both literally and figuratively living off their scraps. Yet, as we see, lives in a super nice house outside the city, has his evil lair outside the city, and his weapons actually, like, hurt poor working Joes like the bodega owner.
Yeah.
Again, and like Spider-Man never has that moment where he says that to him and says, well, actually, you're being a giant hypocrite. They show the audience why he's being a giant hypocrite.
Yeah, again, it's like that. To make a good villain, you got to have a villain who thinks they're doing right, like, and Toombs thinks he does. He just doesn't realize like what he's doing is affecting everyone else.
Oh yeah, and I mean that's most Spider-Man villains in a nutshell. They all think they're the hero of their own story. There's very few mustache twirlers of the Spider-Man cast of villains. And most of them are pretty blue-collar, too, like Spider-Man himself. Most of them just want to rob banks or get rich. Preferably quick. That's why they call it a get-rich-quick scheme. They're all basically Bender, just looking for that big score. And it's this right here where he goes from like a pretty good villain to like an actually really awesome villain. This drive right here and him grilling him without trying to give away too much.
Yeah, how he's like slowly pieces together like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah,
this kid is Spider-Man.
Also showing too, wow, he's not a dumbass either. He's actually quite intelligent.
Yeah, he's able to piece it together like almost immediately.
Yeah. Shut up, Liz. Shut up.
It's shh.
Talk about anything else. Hey, what's big in reality TV at the moment? Did you see what Julia Roberts said about something? That'll change the conversation pretty quick. Hey guys, I'd love to talk about Spider-Man, but I diarrhea. Yep.
I like this. He doesn't even put it together because he recognizes Pete. He recognizes his voice.
Yeah.
I recognize that wisecracking voice.
Yeah, really. That shit-eating holier than thou voice. That you think you're better than me? Are you joking to mask your own personal pain? Oh, you don't say. DC, huh? Also making the DC thing important because that's the one big red flag stick out.
Yeah, the sort of connector.
Yeah. Like all that other stuff, it's like, well, that's suspicious, but that doesn't mean anything. Oh, really? You were in DC at the same time that Spider-Man was in DC? And again, too, it's like he doesn't know. It's like, wait, is Spider-Man actively going out with my daughter now to try and get to me? Is this like about me? Is he like threatening her? So I should maybe threaten him back is the thing.
Yeah, he doesn't realize that Peter actually liked Liz.
Yeah, it's a very interesting scene with a lot of layers. Because again, he still very much thinks he's the good guy in this situation. It's like, here comes Spider-Man to fuck up my good thing again.
Yeah. the dad talk.
Yeah. Oh no. I wish it actually was the awkward dad talk, not the I'm going to shoot you talk.
Well, isn't that like the cliche dad talk? I'll kill you if you do something we want to do it. Except this time he actually means it.
He actually does mean it.
Yeah, he does have a gun.
This is the hole I'll bury you in. No, really? I have a few bird-themed secrets of my own.
Yes. Did you know I have a degree in bird law?
Yes, I'm an aviary expert. It was my undergraduate thesis.
I went to school with a guy named Charlie. He was crazy.
And he even gives him a way out, too, where it's like, look, we don't have to do this now. Which is more than just about any other villain in any other superhero movie I can think of does to actively give the hero an out.
Yeah, he gives him the out, but he still knows that he's going to come after him because he is a hero.
Yeah. Which is why he has a few layers of plans. Again, Vulture, a right sight smarter than a good number of supervillains. He had a plan A, a plan B.
Yep.
Like, he was shockingly prepared. And his plan almost worked, too, if it wasn't for that meddling Spider-Man. Well, that was awkward. Also, too, probably my favorite piece of music comes up right here, Flock of Seagulls, Space Age Love Song. What a fucking 80s deep cut for that one. Like, you only ever hear that song in, like, movies that are, like, trying to invoke the 80s to be like, oh, we could have done And I Ran, but we picked this one.
Yeah, and I like Liz there just giving him the finger.
Yeah, like we went really deep into the Flock of Seagulls discography. This song was no joke my alarm song for a little bit. What didn't he say? Man, you gotta feel so bad for Liz here, because she's like, what the fuck happened? I just went to the dance and I thought everything was alright. Now my dad's arrested and we gotta move and Peter ditched me. What the fuck? You feel really bad for her, don't you? Hell, what is it, that Raimi movie they were supposed to do, they joked about there being a Vulture-S. It would be funny if she's like, I hate Peter Parker now. I'm taking my dad's old armor and I'm going to kill him and Spider-Man.
That'd be pretty cool.
I'd be like, you know what? I'm okay with this. Hadouken! Sonic Upper! Oh, they're all having fun. Who wouldn't love to have a giant shot glove?
It'd come in handy. Yeah, I like that. Or the gum under the seats of the bus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I never looked under those, but yeah, I can only imagine they'd be pretty friggin' horrifying. Ha ha ha. I know, plot twist, right?
Your hat saved us, Ned.
It sure did. He was so enamored by it when you grabbed it, he couldn't help but look at it.
Call Happy, he's the forehead of security.
Mm-hmm. Spider carjacker. He's a dick, so it's okay.
Again, this is something that we don't often get as well. And the cool thing is, like, he doesn't know how to drive, so he has to have Ned look up all the buttons and everything.
Heck, I don't even know if Spider-Man in comics can drive a car. I can't remember the last time I've seen him drive anything.
Well, he's got the spider car, that Jeep thing.
All the spider cycles and shit, yeah.
Yeah. I'd love if he got pulled over.
Oh, God, yeah. Where you going so fast, son?
Are you on the drugs?
We don't take kindly to spider folk in this part of the city. I don't know why this New York cop is talking like a southern sheriff, but
I like that Ned could just like hack into the Avengers Tower and its communications.
Again, it's as easy as it is now with modern day computers. He's just got to have two running, and it's all he needs. Well, according to Google. Even that smart too. Hey, I don't have spider tracers yet. I just left my phone in his car.
Yeah. It's moving day.
Oh, hey, Easter eggs.
And Cap's new shield. Thor's magic belt.
Thor's magic belts. Which I love. He struggles with pronouncing it. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Spider-Man fails at Tokyo drifting.
Yeah, he was kind of awful at, like, the Need for Speed games.
Mm-hmm.
He did play Grand Theft Auto though, just dumping the car when it's broken.
Get a new one.
I was watching porn. Please don't shiv me.
Yeah, really. I've seen that show. Please don't burn a swastika into my arm to send a message. Oh, it's a stealth mission, Spider-Man. You gotta stealth it up. Ha-ha. I wish I knew what those plans meant. Quick, before he gets there, put a bunch of chewing gum in his wings. That way he can't take off.
Yeah, throw some sticks in it.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That'll stop him. He got changed pretty quick, too, into his work clothes.
His suit was made of Velcro, so he could just rip it off.
Ah, there you go. It's that stripper material, like for Chippendale. You can just rip it all off in one go. It was made by Hulk Hogan, so it rips easier. I hate your evil plot, but I love your sweet-ass jacket.
Oh no, foiled again.
Yeah, the fact that he's just slightly annoyed by Spider-Man is pretty great.
Yeah, he doesn't take him. It doesn't take him too seriously. It's the pajamas. It has to be pajamas. He's literally wearing like sweatpants.
Yeah. And these rich coastal elites that have been keeping me down for too long. But I tell you what, Spider-Man, I'm gonna make New York great again.
I'm gonna build a wall around the elites.
This is basic. I'm gonna take all this stolen alien technology and build a giant wall.
We're gonna put them all on Roosevelt Island and like seal it up.
Oh god. No, it's okay. I'm married to a black woman. It's fine. It's not what you
I can do all this.
I mean, I'm kind of what you think I am, but I'm not quite to that. I'm more complicated than that. Aha.
You just grab him by the vulture wings.
Yeah, really. Oh no. Again, too, using the vulture wings creatively. And again, this was his plan C. Look, if he makes it this far, I'll make him think he trapped me, and then I'll get him with the wings and drop the building on him. Why is Vulture so smart and so prepared? Why is the writing so good? Also, too, doing it this way, we get to recreate that classic Spider-Man cover from the Master Planner arc where he has to get all that shit off him.
Yeah. I like as well that he's not really phased at having just crushed a kid.
No, point of no return now. Gotta do what's gotta be done. And two, to actually have, like, this is probably Holland's best piece of acting right here, to have him be so freaked out and, like, actually start crying and shit. Like, he shows a range of emotions that is, like, pretty extreme for an actor his age, that he can, like, go to these places.
Yeah, yeah.
Very impressive. This is his Oscar reel. This is, like, him going for that award. But, like, Logan's like, nah, man. Like, I can't remember the last movie where you see a superhero so freaked out and so assured of their own death.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often.
No, like, he genuinely thinks, like, oh god, I'm so fucked. He becomes squeaky voiced teen from Simpsons in a second, but in a good way. There's just no way out of here.
I like what they do here with the half face, half Spider-Man masks.
Mm-hmm. Really well done. Oh.
I like that they have the with great power comes great responsibility moment, but don't say it.
Actually say it. Yeah, it's very clever.
I'm actually kind of glad they didn't say that. I know it's like a famous line, but like it feels like it's always used like over and over again. It's funny because this week we got the Jessica Jones trailer and she uses it in that.
I know, which is pretty goddamn hilarious that she says it before New Spider-Man. I think too, it's like an Avengers Assemble thing where it's like, look, we'll do it, but let's build up to it first. Let's like actually build a thing.
Yeah. He's going to be sore in the morning.
Is he ever? Oh god, I pulled a tricep.
I can't swing anymore. My rotator cuff is fucked.
Oh god. I need some acupuncture there. Please tell me there's a superhero out there who's an acupuncturist by day who can help me out.
Please, Doctor Strange, help me.
I'm not that kind of doctor. Help me, Dr. Ben. Again, not that kind of doctor.
Why isn't anyone any actual medical doctor? He'd have to go to someone like Claire Temple.
Yeah, really.
She's like, goddamn fucking superheroes.
Jamming up my goddamn hospital. You know, I've been eating ramen noodle for the last 6 months, right? Because I've been spending so much to get supplies to heal all you broke-ass fools. That's why I like in the last...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, in the last issue of Defenders, Iron Fist is like, we haven't been funding this? I just assumed I was funding this. Would you like me to start funding this? I can start funding this. Yeah, geez, if he didn't pull his rotator cuff yet, that definitely is going to pull a rotator cuff.
Yep. I like the jet is kind of similar to the one in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the bus.
Yes, very, very, very. Good call. This is just way too dangerous for someone my age. I really shouldn't be doing any of this, and yet here I am.
I like that. I think that's pretty cool that he has this idea that he can use the wings as sort of a vacuum seal.
The wings do so much cool shit. They became little scissors there. They become a vacuum seal. They do a lot. They're more than just wings. It's really smart.
Yeah. And again, like, just taking him out of the element, he can't use his webs because it's going too fast and there's too much air and everything.
Nice. Projecting himself. It's a really well put together heist plan, honestly.
It is. Like, if Spider-Man hadn't caught up to him in time, like, he would have gotten away with it clean.
Uh-huh. And nothing could possibly go wrong.
Happy just wants to sit down, kick his legs up.
He's earned it. He almost died in Iron Man 3 when we saw him last.
I've had enough of exploding villains.
Had enough of this bullshit. Any one of these boxes could set us up for life. Could you imagine what we could build in a cave with a box of these scraps?
I like that. It's just like boxes of arc reactors, Chitauri weaponry, Iron Man armors.
Oh yeah.
It's also like kind of cool setup for Infinity War as well.
Absolutely. I'm gonna sell all of this on eBay at insane markups.
They were all replicas. They were all going to like fund some children's hospital, but like Toomes didn't know that.
It's like, we finally have all the excess Iron Man and Avengers gear. What do we do now? Well, we put them up on eBay, and now we wait.
Craigslist.
But they only put it up on missed connections there. Hey, you, guy who loves superheroes, me, guy who has Iron Man helmet.
Yeah, you could come over, we'll just hang out. We'll just, hang out and try some of the suits on.
34, Caucasian, up for anything, 420 friendly. Oh no.
Like that, he very almost dies there and gets sucked into an engine.
Uh-huh. Spider-Man does a lot in this movie by the skin of his teeth, which again really helps build the underdog everyman quality of them.
Oh, that's gonna go drop on someone's house.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's gonna cause another Donnie Darko.
Oh no! Donnie Darko, one of the most famous Spider-Man villains.
Yeah, I remember when this like first came out that there was going to be a fight on a plane and Spider-Man was going to save a plane. People were like, "Whoa, Batman just did that in the comics." I'm like, that's not how like movies work. Movies don't just see something in a comic that came out a week before and then suddenly it's in the movie.
I don't know if you know this, but they film stuff long in advance and then spend an even longer time editing and fine-tuning what they filmed.
Yeah, well, everyone but, Justice League.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes you got to get it out the door.
Yeah, mustache or no mustache.
Look, we have very important dates we need to meet. A lot of our investors are very unhappy and want a return on their money.
Okay, not concerned that the plane's going to crash. He just still wants those arc reactors.
Spider-Man, like a true New Yorker, no more planes falling in New York City, please. Must take this far away as possible, please.
Look, we only have room for one Freedom Tower.
Which, hey, again, too, Zack Snyder couldn't do, a whole Batman v Superman without invoking a lot of really uncomfortable 9/11 imagery. This movie has a plane falling in New York City, and they don't do the 9/11 imagery thing.
Yeah, and we have a hero who knows that, no, I have to get this away from the city. This is awful.
Yeah, this is pretty shit tier. They do so all in the shadow of not the Wonder Wheel. That's in Coney. I don't know what that Ferris wheel's supposed to be. Although they're on the beach. Maybe they are on Coney Island.
I think maybe they are.
Yeah. Oh, which means he has a fight on the same beach the Warriors have their fight in at the end of that movie. Spider-Man, come out to play. Spider-Man.
Clink.
Don't make me bop you, Vulture. We're a hard crew, been running all night to get back to Coney. Yeah, suddenly those big wings become, a liability.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Pedro.
They were great before. Yeah. You know I don't speak Spanish, Toomes.
I failed my Spanish quiz.
Yeah, I made a big point of not taking it. Now that would be a good joke for a future movie where it's like he needs to beat the Scorpion by knowing a bit of Spanish that he doesn't know. Man, I should have spent more time in Spanish. They should teach us this in school. Yeah, to think he just gets his ass kicked so hard right at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the Wonder Wheel. This is Coney. I need my loots. I need my sweet loots from those boxes.
Yeah, that's all he cares about, them loot boxes.
I'm addicted to these loot boxes. It's just like gambling. Someone should really step in and do this. And again, goes out of his way, risks life and limb to save a dude who was trying to kill him not 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
because that's what a hero does. Massive hardware failure.
He didn't get the extended warranty.
Yeah, always get the extended warranty. I imagine his guy in the chair, Tinkerer, being like, "Oh man, geez, sorry, Adrian, we're just blue screening all over the place here." Oh geez, it's asking me to reinstall Windows. What? I don't even know what that is. Did you keep the disc? I didn't keep the disc. Who keeps the disc?
Yeah, this is a pirated copy.
We're criminals. Of course, I pirated my copy of Wings.ios. Also, too, hey, speaking of Tinkerer gets off scot-free at the end of this, doesn't he? He just kind of fades away.
Yeah, I'd like to think he goes like full micro, and just burns everything, goes and hides somewhere because he's that kind of guy.
I totally think that's going to be the sequel. He's going to be fighting a bunch more costume villains, and it's going to be like, where did you get it? Oh, the Tinkerer did it.
I'd actually like if like Peter doesn't come in contact with the Tinkerer for like a couple of movies. Like he keeps finding out that like whoever he fights, Scorpion, whoever, it just keeps getting their stuff from the Tinkerer, but he can't ever find him.
That would be interesting. And then to have him hunt him down, and they both kind of have a you moment. You did this.
Yeah, like really, you.
You didn't seem all that smart. Neither did you.
You're a nerd.
Leaving a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man thing behind. Spider-Man hanging out with more American flags because his costume is also red, white, and blue. Well, red, white, and black, technically. But, you know, I think Sam Raimi's movies set the bar for that, to where it's like Spider-Man should always be by American flags every so often.
Oh, like every other shot in those movies is like he's next to a flag. He's standing on a flagpole.
Yeah, well, hey, speaking of 9/11, those movies were like the first big New York set movies after the Twin Towers, so they kind of culturally became super patriotic.
Yeah, they kind of had to. They even had like that trailer that came out like not long before 2001, with the Twin Towers all webbed up, and they couldn't play that anymore.
No, they didn't. Like Raimi was like, "You boy." You say that it's true, Peter Parker. The first words out of his mouth usually are, "I'm sorry, I don't know for what, but I'm sorry. I'm sure I did something."
He's a lot like Barry Allen in that way. Yeah. Always apologizing.
Never fast enough. Oh, Oregon, that sounds lame. Sounds like there's no superheroes in Oregon.
And that's the point. I can be like it does, like, you go to Oregon, there's no superheroes there, it's fine, no spider peoples. And then we'll get a movie with like some Oregon set hero. The
new warriors of Oregon.
Yeah, Squirrel Girl.
Yeah. Oh no, it's the new warrior. We can't even have any cool heroes. Squirrel Girl, hey, my star is on the rise all over the place. People will know who I am soon enough.
I hope this is like set up to the plot of the next movie. The big third act climax is like the national championships. That would
be cool if they did that, to be like, hey, we are following years in Peter Parker's life, and that's what year 2 is.
Yeah.
Also, hey, we didn't talk much about Zendaya, but here's Zendaya, who was but wasn't Mary Jane all along.
But she's not Mary Jane. They just have the same initials. I don't know how many people I've said that to and sort of explained to.
She is un-MJ, not the MJ.
Yeah, I don't understand why people thought she was, especially when they literally confirmed before the movie came out she's not.
I just like to hang out in bathrooms.
Yeah, just meeting creepy men in bathrooms.
Oh, there's a whole scene in New York you wouldn't believe. I could point you to some websites.
I miss Los Angeles.
Yeah, really. Don't kink shame me, Peter.
And I like this kid's just like gonna go spread rumors on, hey, Peter's meeting with like some old guy.
In the bathrooms,
In the
an old
bathrooms.
suited man. He looked like Jon Favreau. He looked like that guy from Bottle Rocket. Yeah, you really hit the nail on the head, Matt, when you said, "Hey, if it wasn't for me, none of you would be here." No, literally, if it wasn't for me, Jon Favreau and Iron Man in 2008, which they even reference in this movie, saying, "Hey, this has been like 10 years in the making."
And they even like when he starts following behind Tony is like, oh, just a loose follow, just a loose follow. kind of like how Favreau's been sort of loosely involved in all these movies.
Yeah.
What are all these like suited people walking around?
Yeah.
Like who are they? All like the lawyers for like when the Avengers fuck up again?
They're the entire legal team just to justify this above the law organization. You would need that many because they're certainly not S.H.I.E.L.D., although maybe they are. I don't know. Yeah, loose follow. There you go. Boundaries are good. I'll just be hanging around here, casting a large shadow on all of these proceedings because it was me. It was me.
Yeah, I'll have the final say.
Which is very superhero-y.
Mm-hmm. Took the dog to the free clinic.
And I'm going to give you one last Easter egg that will probably be important in the next couple movies. Oh. Isn't it fucking dope?
It's the Iron Spider, but not really.
Yeah. In name, if not in style.
Well, that's the thing. We still haven't seen like what that suit can do,
Yeah.
and how it differs from the one he currently has.
Absolutely. I think the arms have to pop out like the Iron Spider-Man suit from like Civil War.
That'd be pretty cool.
Plus A2, that means they can get the arm tech ready to go for when they eventually do pull the trigger on Doc Ock to be like, hey, look, arm tech.
Yeah.
And again, too, I think it's beautiful that everything in the movie comes to this moment of him learning the lesson of, no, I don't want to grow up too fast. I want to enjoy being a kid. I want to enjoy being a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I shouldn't want to be an Avenger just yet.
It also sort of like brings it back full circle to the end of Iron Man, where where Tony reveals himself, and he's glad that Peter doesn't, because he probably wouldn't do that since all the horrible shit that has happened since.
He learns to not be Iron Man Jr. He learns to be his own man, his own Spider Man. Oh, yeah.
I like that. Yeah, there's nobody here. There's nobody here.
Tony Stark, master liar.
Blaming Happy for it.
Also cool because we didn't think we'd see a cameo from Pepper, but we did.
No, I was genuinely surprised by that. I didn't think she'd be coming back at all.
No, also he and Pepper have fixed their relationship from the end of what is it, Iron Man 3 to Civil War to now.
Yeah, and this also implies that they like got married as well, or are about to get married.
Yeah.
I think they are, because I think I've seen set photos with her and Robert Downey Jr. and she's like wearing a wedding ring.
Oh, that would be cool.
It'd be even better if she actually comes in as rescue.
Ah, that'd be fun. And really, in a movie that's done so much different and, given people what they want to see, I think it's cool here where it's like, well, what else haven't they done? Maybe animation now.
Yeah. Yeah, I always like the theory that like Aunt May always kind of knew he was Spider-Man, but let him do it because of what he was doing.
Right, she had her suspicions.
Like in the Raimi Spider-Man films, you kind of get the feeling that Aunt May kind of knew what he was doing.
Plus, it lets you end on a great joke.
Yeah.
What the? More Blitzkrieg, Bob. Oh yeah, so that was Spider-Man: Homecoming, everybody. One of the best superhero movies of the year in a year that was filled with great superhero movies from just about everybody.
Oh yeah, totally. It's going to be hard choosing like the best, but
it really is.
This is up there though.
I've been trying to do my power rankings, and yeah, it's really tough.
Yeah.
It's really going to come down to personal choice. But yeah, we hope you enjoyed that, everyone. I know the fans were asking for this one, and never let it be said that Matt and I don't try and give you what you want. Now, as always, if you are a patron, you'll get to listen to this before anybody else late Sunday night when this one goes up. And if you want to become a patron, you absolutely can. You can head on down into the description of the video. There's a link there. So there's some bullshit happening with Patreon now. I wanted to do a thing on it, but I also was taking a wait and see approach to it. I think they're like tacking on like some stupid processing fees now where before they weren't. It's only like 30 extra cents, which doesn't sound like much, but if you're one of those people who are only giving $1, having that dollar turn into $1.30 is probably some bullshit, and I apologize for that. That's not me, that's Patreon doing that. Everyone's yelling at them, so they might change it in the next little bit.
Yeah, here's hoping.
Yeah, here's fucking hoping, because that's lame as balls. So yeah, everyone, thank you so much for listening. This is the first of what we hope to be many Christmas treats throwing your way. Be sure to come back next week when Matt and I will be doing another project, another commentary, but this one will be a little different. And this one might have some special guests attached to it, and we hope you all like that when we do it. So until then, I've been Joel.
I'm Matt.
And we'll see you next time on another Comic Multiverse commentary. Bye-bye.
Bye.